Welcome to Bunnies TV, live and free across Australia and around the globe. Now, apologies for that little intro. I wasn't ready there and it wasn't sized up to the screen, but anyway, that's what happens. So we're here at the Rabbitohs Centre, and we've already got people live chatting. I just had a look there. We've got Karina Hazer all the way from Germany, and thank you, Karina. You've set the alarm to get up. I think it's midnight over there, and so I'm just going to bring up the stream and check that it's all working. We've also got Russell Hanson in there. What a magnificent scene. Greetings from the Barossa Valley in South Australia. G'day, Russ. How are you, mate? And so, yeah, we got here a little bit early, and I'm joined by Milo. How are you, mate?
I'm fantastic, Mavo. You know, it's actually 1:20 a.m. in Germany.
Oh,
Karina, you are a freak, and thank you for being up at that time of the morning to live stream with us. You're fantastic. Okay. That's dedication if I've ever known it.
Oh, she's a champion, and she loves the Rabbitohs, and she's, you know, so we've come on a bit early. The boys are coming out soon. We got here nice and early this morning. The
mood is good.
Yeah,
the mood is good around the place.
They were just about to come out. They're having a meeting. I'll just go show you some of the fans that are in. Now, we've got channel member Michael Tasker and a few of the borough members, Bridget, sitting there. Now, they've got pole position. That's Bridget there of the check shirt. I think that might be Tony Day sitting next to her now. Yeah, there's Tony with the Rabbitohs hat on, and there's Mick next to him. So yeah, there's some of our huge supporters. Now I think Chock Gale's here too, former Rabbitoh. I saw Mum Shane there before. Now we got here early hoping to get a coffee, and the cafe wasn't open. It's called the Borough Cafe now here, and I'm not sure why they're not open early on a Saturday morning with all these people hanging around, but anyway, that's an issue.
Well,
for
knowing
them.
they're going to have a big fan day, you'd think they're missing out on the cash. They're missing out on the cash.
So we had to walk across the road to South Point and get a coffee across the road. So anyway.
Well, there's never a shortage of coffee around Sydney, that's for sure. If anyone's coming to visit Sydney, especially Karina, if you come to Sydney, there'll be...
Coffee
capital.
capital.
Have to worry. It's a coffee capital.
Campos Coffee.
No worries there.
That's a nice segue into the Campos Coffee Crunch chocolate for Darryl Lee, exclusive to Woolies.
Oh, nice.
That's beautiful.
That
I bought a block home.
Actually.
I got one strip, and the missus ate the rest.
Well, there's the Hawkins Pop and Nan there.
Oh, okay.
Dean Hawkins, Pop and Nan there.
Jeez.
Up against the fence.
Okay.
Having a look in.
Let's have a look. All right. Well, geez, that's well spotted there. The Hawkins clan. There'll be a lot of Hawkins there tomorrow. I'm pretty sure they'll be out there tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we are here at the Rabbitohs Centre.
I can tell everyone Brock Gray was here early, ready for his getting some physio done.
Okay.
Yeah, I was talking to him in his. I'd seen him in his car, and he opened the door up and said good day to me.
Yep.
And he's in getting some physio, and of course his job is just to do a demolition job on the North Sydney Bears tomorrow, in all facets. Run super hard and tackle super hard, and he won't be sparing a breath. I'm going to tell you, he's ready to go.
Let me just get the team while we're waiting, and thank you to everyone who's live chatting. And I'm just going to put my glasses on so I can see it. We've got David Morton, channel member. He's sorry I'm not there. He worked last night. Well, that's okay, mate. We know you love being here when you can. Now, this is the knock-on effect New South Wales Cup Grand Final Eve. This is the captain's run. The boys are coming out in the field in a minute. It's a huge game. It's out there at Combank Stadium tomorrow at 3 o'clock. There's 3 games on. If you haven't got tickets, you can go on and buy them via the website. Ticketek. There's a link in the description. I'll put a link in the description of this video. There's one on my latest article that I wrote for bunniestv.au with the teams, and there's a link to buy tickets. You must buy your ticket online. They're $10, but unfortunately with the service fee it's $16.90, so you've got to pay an extra 69% to get your ticket. But hey, $16.90 to go and watch a historic game isn't too bad.
Now remember, they'll say the tickets are print out. You don't need to print. You don't need to print the ticket. What you can do is you get on your smartphone, you can just enlarge in the barcode and then scan
That's all
that
you
at
need
the
to do.
gate. You don't need to spend any extra money trying to print the tickets.
Yeah, the e-tickets.
You'll be fine that way.
Yeah, it's $25
No
for a
need,
family.
no need to print your tickets and waste money that way. You can, well, save the planet by not using paper.
Exactly right. Well, I always like to just get a bit of paper. I am a bit old school, even though I know I can do that, because when you go to scan it under the thing, it's a bit easier, and when you're putting you through the parking station. But anyway, and thank you for that. We were joined by Dallas and also Popey here, and Dallas did say that you can get a family pass, $25 for 4 people, add the $6.90 on top. It's very affordable to watch this game because it's historic. There's three games on.
Three
So
games.
there's the
Jersey Flag, President's Cup, and
It's not Jersey Flag. What it is, it's called something else. It's called President's Cup.
oh, it's called the President's
It's not
Cup.
Jersey Flag. And what that means, it's like a second-tier reserve grade, and it's Maitland versus, it just escapes me, my article, St Mary's. There you go. Thank you, Dallas. So that's the first game. Second game is the
Bulldogs,
Jersey
Roosters.
Flag. Bulldogs Roosters. So we can cheer the Bulldogs on against the Chookies. But the first grade, we have won 20 reserve grade competitions. We're going for 21. The Bears have won 8. So they've got some history as well, obviously, the mighty North Sydney Bears. We haven't played them in a reserve grade grand final since 1927, I think it is. So it's been about 97 years. It might be 1926. We beat them then, and we're looking to beat them again. Now, we're the favourites. My brother was just having
Well,
a look.
yes, Sportsbet have got us red hot favourites, $1.50 favourites.
$1.50. And so we should be, because we have won 8 games in a row, and we have beaten the Bears twice this year, but they did beat us once. They are a Roosters feeder club, and they have brought back a host of players for this game. Well, not a host. They've brought back 4 good players. They brought back Terrell May, Fletcher Baker, the winger Palga,
Junior Punga, yeah.
Junior Punga, and one other, a centre that they've brought in. I'm not sure too much about him, but just that winger. I mean, he come on into the side for
He's been
Tupou.
playing brilliantly for the first grade team.
Well, South fans would know, because when the Roosters beat us, he had a good game. He came in for Tupou. I thought, when Tupou was out, I thought, oh, that's good. They've lost Tupou. And then this kid comes in and carves us up. So he's a good player. We're going to have to be playing well. But our 2 wingers, we've got, let me just go through the team, Milo, while I've got it in front of me here. Blake Taff at the back. Now, he's
Absolutely electric.
and he looked real sharp out here.
Absolutely electric.
I was here on Thursday. He looked very sharp. And he's a huge in. He's played in a grand final.
He's played in an NRL grand final.
He has.
He knows what it takes to win at the top. He knows
though
how
we
to
didn't
play at
win.
the top level, even though we didn't win that day.
That's right. And I interviewed him here the other
But
day.
he's got plenty of courage, no doubt about it.
Exactly. And he said, the boys are looking good. Can't wait to get out there with the boys. And I did ask him, how hard was it to sign with the Bulldogs? And it was hard for him. But he had to look after his future.
Exactly.
He's told me that he grew up as a South supporter, so he loves his club. His heart's here at Maroubra. That's the new home of the Rabbitohs. You know, you used to say Redfern, but unfortunately he's had to go to the Dogs, and good luck to him over there. But this is going to be maybe his last game, or if they win, they might go through to the play.
Hopefully it's his second last game. Hopefully it's his second last game.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Taffy at the back. Our wingers, now they've got good wingers. The other bloke on the wing, his name's Fitzgibbon.
Yeah, Fitzgibbon.
He's a star too. He's a try scorer.
Scored a hat trick in that semi-final,
semi-final.
against us that they lost.
Bears, yeah.
But, yeah.
So, but we've got Tom Carr and Tyrone Munro as our wingers. Now, both of those guys are playing great footy. Tommy Carr,
they
he's
peppered
scored
Tom
plenty
Carr
of-
in that last game. They peppered him right away, and he was safe under the high ball. He took it. Well, he took it without even thinking about it. He looks safe under the high ball. So that he's going strong. Tommy Carr's going very strong at the moment.
He's going great, and I think he scored 15 tries this year in the New South Wales Cup. And what I like about him is he will go and do a swan dive try even when there's no defenders around. And I do love that, because from memory, the older viewers might remember me doing that back in the day. And obviously Tyrone Munro, well, that debut against the Warriors over there in the wet. I mean, it was a miserable day in New
They peppered him with
Zealand.
high balls too, and he took him effortlessly there in the wet. So
Yeah.
we know we've got 2 very safe under the high ball wingers.
Yeah.
On either side.
And he scored a try in his NRL debut. Thank you very much. So not many people can say they did that. I certainly didn't. We got smashed by Illawarra. Anyway, it's not about me today. It's about this side. Our centres are Isaac Tuatupo Thompson and Jacob Gagai. Now, both of those guys have played good this year, Milo.
Fantastic. Of course, Isaac Thompson, massive a massive man. He's a really big bloke. Good to have big players like that in out wide. It's like having a back rower out in the centres, but he runs runs really fast, of course, and he knows where the try line is. He's scored plenty of tries this season, and we're very lucky that he's fully fit for and playing in this grand final.
And has been known to launch himself over the try line as well. The wingers these days, just with the corner post taken out, it's just sensational seeing them do that. I saw him score one at Acor during the year. They were behind and they come back to win, and he scored I think a hat trick that day, and he just launched himself and it just got the ball down. So he's good. He's a great finisher. Jacob Gagai's had a great year as well.
Jacob Gagai's had an excellent season. Yep, he can play anywhere in the back line. He's got a safe pair of hands, so. We've got guys that can catch any of the kicks that come their way out in the back line. We've got a lot of good solid pairs of hands. We've Isaac and Jacob. One's played fullback a lot this season. The other's played on the wing. So we've got guys that are very capable of taking the high ball, no matter where it ends up. Tomorrow. Yeah.
And I spoke to head coach Jason Demetrio about Jacob Gagai, and he was on the verge of picking him in first grade. That's how good he's been going. He wouldn't look out of place in first grade, and that's still not out of the question that he gets a start next year. So remember that. And we'll move on to our halves. We've got Dion Tialpa and Dean Hawkins. Now we call him Neon Dion. I'm not sure if he's on board with that, but after the great Dion Sanders and footy Dean Hawkins, and he is on board with that because he's
a very humble guy, Dion.
He is.
You can't really compare him to Dion Sanders. But as far as skills go, you could easily compare him. He's a very talented young man.
Oh, is he?
And he certainly knows how to put himself. He likes having the ball in his hands.
He does.
And the last 2 games, he scored the first try, which has been. He shows he's always wanting to get his hands on the ball, and he's right in the spot, and his passing has been sharp, and his service to the back line's been excellent.
It has.
And I guess his defence has been solid too.
Exactly right. Now, Dean Hawkins, he's the captain. He's a New South Wales Cup Player of the Year. And that's for a reason, is because he's played some outstanding footy all year. And he holds the key, and he's goal kicking as well. We've watched him kick.
His goal kicking
nearly
has been
every goal last time.
Superb this season. The last few games he's been just on fire. I think he's only missed 1 kick out of all his attempts in the last 2 games. And not only that, but he talks a lot on the field. He's always got plenty of hand signals going around, getting the boys into their place up there in the front line, and he does. And honestly, he's not scared to tackle the big blokes. He throws himself in there all the time.
Correct.
He loves getting his hands on the ball, and I think his kicking in general play has been quite good. And I've noticed that. The thing is, he hasn't been putting too many across the goal line for them to get cheap 20-yard taps, and 7 tackle sets.
Yep.
He just keeps it just short of the goal line, and generally knows how to pin the opposition down in their 10-metre line.
Yes, he's got a great kicking game. Now, thanks to everyone who's live chatting. Paul Cullen, channel member. Hello, PC, all the way from Wagga, one of Wagga's finest. And we've also got Russell Coit. He said, go Tyrone Munro. I don't think it's the Russell Coit on all of the adventures, but it might be. But okay, so thank you. And Paul Collins said Dean Hawkins has been great, no doubt, and he needs to be again with a lot of help. So yeah, obviously Footy Dean's got to lead him around the park, but it's going to be a 1-17 effort, and that's what Coach Joe O'Callaghan said. Now we're just waiting for them to come out, so that's why they're coming out now. So I might spin around.
Ethan O'Neill.
So we'll keep talking about the team, but while we spin around, we've got Milo on the camera there. So. I might just jump in there.
Tommy Carr.
That's all right.
On your Tommy Carr. And Dion, Cruz, Chase.
So we were just going to get through to the forwards. So we'll just finish the lineup, Milo.
Yep.
So in the forwards, we've got Shaq Mitchell and Brock Gray in the front row. Both solid, had great seasons. We talked about Brock Gray before. He's been great, but Shaq Mitchell, he's been one of the stories He's
Very skillful front rower.
scored a good. Well, he nearly scored last week. He set up a great try where he nearly stepped the fullback. He just told me the other day that he got a bit excited and stepped too early. But yeah,
But his experience, his first grade experience is showing. You know, he's got a level head and he's playing well.
Okay, so we'll quickly get through it. The back three, we've got. Hello, Joe.
Joe.
We've got the back three is.
Back three is Benny Lovett, Ethan O'Neill, and
Tallis Duncan.
And Tallis Duncan, yeah.
Yep, that's correct. They're
And
solid.
what a back three they are. They're on fire.
Yep, and then the bench. I'm just trying to get it up.
Oh,
on
and Pete Mamazelis is our number
Pete
9.
Mamazelis, yeah. Yeah, and then we've got.
Your Hawko.
Hello, mate. How you going?
Mate. Shannon, good on you. Ethan, all right, mate?
Hello, Ethan. Yes, I was just trying to look at the team. So the bench is Shannon Gardner,
Matt French.
Matty French. Yep. So game faces on here for the boys.
Leonard Skelton, he's not our number 18 for the game.
Yes, Ethan.
Yelene, Helen.
Gags.
Well, Buddy Gordon's on the bench.
Yep.
With Matty French and and Shannon Gardner.
Yeah, and there's one other. I've got the team here, but it's just.
And Jackson Rami. G'day, Jackson.
Rami. There you go.
Right.
There he is. That's the bloke we're trying to think of, and he's walked straight past.
And there you go.
There's Tommy Carr, the 55, the try-scoring machine.
That's right.
And his Tal.
Right,
Tal.
Joel.
There you go, mate. The boys are coming out. So they just caught us a little bit unawares. There's Barry Falloon talking to Popey, and then we've got a few more coming out here. So there's Isaac Tuatupo Thompson sitting down over there. There's Jason Doherty behind him, son of the great Joe Cool. You might have seen him kicking a goal barefooted that went pretty good on the channel. There's Benjamin Lovett just come out, the pride of Parks. The Park Spaceman. So there's a few more stars. There's Dion, our boy Dion and Shaq. They're putting their boots on next to Pete Mamazelis. But there's Isaac. Go Bowie.
Yeah, mate. Oh, hey.
Morning, Peter.
Mate.
I'm well, thanks, mate. There he is, Jason Cool. Yeah, get one. Coach Joe here, he's got the game face on.
Dion.
Morning, Dion.
All right,
Hello, mate.
Just precaution on that knee, mate. Yeah. All good. Nothing. No worries.
He came back from an injury, young Dion, mate.
Yeah.
And he's had that on since, and it hasn't really troubled him. But
no, it looks like he's been moving all right. Hey, Shaq.
Yeah, the boys.
Good on you, mate. Shaq, Mitt.
Let's go.
And on you, Isaac.
On you, mate. And we'll just wait for this fellow over here. Shout out to the family. Always shout out to the family. Dad John, Mum Fiona, sister Claudia, and brother Kurt, the Lovetts, from Parks. And this kid here, he's played first grade. He made his debut when they all had the big heads up in Bay 68 or something, whatever it was on the other side. And he played well in his debut as well. Young Benny, he's a hard-working back rower. Oh, missed it.
You got the job next season, Chase. You got the job next season, mate. Don't worry.
He just snapped the field goal from the sideline.
From the side, beautifully. Straight over the black dot.
We'll spin around in a minute. We'll just wait for Benny to come over. Hello, mate. How are you? You all right?
How are you, Benny?
Good. Okay, so we'll just move the camera over a bit here, closer. All right. That's all right. We're good now.
We've got,
okay. There we go. So.
Good. All right.
There's the boys out there. So, regulars of these Captain's Run will know, we just stay with this broadcast while they're doing the warm-up. And once they start the ball work, the live stream will cease. So, this is exclusive pictures, live and free, on Bunnies TV, with thanks to Darryl Lee and the juniors group.
And
of
is
clubs.
Chase going to do it again? No.
And there's a few in here in the public gallery. you can come and watch the session there. If anyone's in the area, just come through the Rabbitohs Centre. Well, it's the Heffron Centre, and this is the Rabbitohs Centre here where we're all standing. Yeah, so tickets are available for the game tomorrow at 3 o'clock at Ticketek. $16.90 to go for a single ticket. He's done. Ethan just kicked one then too, so I should be watching. I missed it. There he goes. We're going to watch this goal. Okay, so they're going to start the ball right now. So it's a little bit hard to see in the glare. It's a bit glary here this morning. It's not a bad day. It's warm. We were a little bit worried the rain was going to come down. We got a spit of rain a bit earlier.
No.
But it's coming out nice now.
It's definite El Nino happening here in Sydney. There'll be no rain for another few months, I'd say.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's there's plenty of cloud cover, but it's going to rain somewhere else, not in this town.
Well, Milo, let's hope it's a red and green El Nino at Combank Stadium tomorrow. Yes, that's right. Let's hope we break the Bears' hearts. They haven't won a lot of titles for they haven't won a title for a long time. The last time they won first grade, I think, was 1922. So they have won 8 titles, but back before it was Calatelli and all that sort of stuff. They are. So here's the boys. So welcome to everyone who's watching here and live chatting. These boys deserve the recognition that we're giving them. It's been quite good for the fans to have something to cheer about with the first grade obviously being eliminated. But there's a few first graders in this team, as you know. I think so. Yeah, the reds are the 17. Yeah, and the green are the opposed session. So you can tell that there. The boys in red and green. The ones in red
are the lineup
in the lineup. So I just talked about first graders. First graders in this team. You've got Benny Lovett there with the black hat. And we go further along, and you've got Buddy Gordon, who is one of the wonders of the world. Yelling Gordon. Second row, you got Footy Dean Hawkins, the captain, with his hat on backwards there. And I had a look at his YouTube channel. Footy Dean's YouTube channel. It is it's something else. You've got to watch it. There's Pete Mamazelis there next to Dion with the hat back. So he's played a bit of first grade. There's Tyrone Munro there on the outside next to Shaq Mitchell. So yeah, like I said, there's experience in the team. But some of the guys that haven't played first grade are stars as well. A bloke like Shannon Gardner, who is coming off the bench. He's there next to Taffy. We haven't even mentioned Blakey Taff, but there he is. So yeah, Joe O'Callaghan was full of praise for a bloke like Shannon Gardner. He comes on and gives Pete Mamazelis a break. Let me bring him in on the camera there. There he is there. With the nose, Shannon Gardner. Yeah, so, and there's Taffy, who spoke of. Taffy looked real sharp on Thursday out here. Benny Lovett, look for him to be rock solid in the middle with his defence. He's got good hands. So there's plenty of players to watch in this team. And there's one there, Tommy Carr, the try-scoring machine. And there's Frenchie. He played in the Jersey Flegg win with Blakey Taff, and him and Taffy were winning comps up there at the entrance on the Central Coast. So Frenchie and Taffy have a good history together, and he is a good player. Milo, Frenchie's one of your favourites, isn't he?
He's mate. He's they're calling him the Energizer Bunny when he gets out there. He's an absolute. He injects himself in there and totally fearless. I saw that lovely big hit they did on him at the North Sydney Oval a couple of weeks back, and didn't drop the ball. He got smashed and did not drop the ball. He's as tough as teak.
Yes,
tough as teak.
And that's what you want when you've got a bloke coming off the bench. You want some impact. You want a bloke that's got energy like that, and that's what Frenchie's going to bring.
Solid.
I think he's wearing the 15 jersey tomorrow, so look out for him. So this game, if you're not going to go to Parramatta Stadium, you can watch the live stream on the New South Wales Rugby League Facebook page. Be careful of any dodgy links. There's a lot of scammers that put rubbish links, so go to the New South Wales Rugby League Facebook page. It's got the blue tick, and you'll see the stream there. It's also on 9 Now. So anyone who's got the 9 Now app, you can watch it on the app, or you can cast it to your smart TV. I just did that for me dad, Dick Maven, yesterday, so you can watch that. So no excuse not to watch the boys. And they're just going through their warm-ups here. Once they start the ball work, we'll turn it off. But thanks to everyone who's joined us. Have we got anyone in the live chat there? We've got a few people that you can mention there, Milo.
Yep, David Morton.
Yeah.
Up the Spaceman.
Yeah.
Up the Spaceman.
Yes.
Carol Benson.
Hello, Carol. Yeah,
let's go do this.
Channel member Carol. Yes, she's a legend.
And Paul Cullen writes, Dean Hawkins has been great, no doubt, and he needs to be again with. I think you mentioned that earlier. Sorry, mate.
That's all right.
No, you have.
Yeah, that's all right. But thanks to everyone who's live chatting.
And of course, Karina sent the Red and Green Storm will swirl tomorrow and take the title.
Yes, the Red and Green El Nino. That's well, the Storm didn't go too well last night. The Storm was more of a bit of a sun shower, wasn't it?
It's a bit of a sunshine. Hopefully tonight we'll have the Wars, I think, tonight.
Yeah, the Wars. Well, that's it. Mate, I'd love to see the Warriors beat the Broncos. I mean, it's been a great story. That coach, I mentioned the coach before, he's been a breath of fresh air for that club. And
Andrew Webster?
Andrew Webster, that's right. He's a former Panthers coach, and he's a bit of a journeyman, but he's
saying he'll be coach of the year?
Mate, if anyone who hasn't seen the few interviews he's done, he's just a smart guy, and the Wars have benefited from that. Sean Johnson's in sparkling form, but anyway.
I'm on the Renault playing Ben.
Yeah, well, I suppose a lot of people here would like to see Renault win a comp up there. I mean, it would hurt for us to see Renault holding up the Provan Summons trophy when we let him go, but that's another story. Look, the Panthers, they were incredible last night. That's one way I can describe it. I mean, how are they ever going to get beat? Every player in the team is a star.
Now, is that channel member Richie over there?
It is Richie. Let's have a look.
It is Richie.
There's Richie. I'm not quite sure why he's not in here. He's always usually in here, but there he is. Richie Nasifi. He's a former Rabbitoh. He played a couple of a trial game in first grade. Richie Nassif. He's a former. He played for Tempe Iona, and he was in an all-in brawl on the channel that I put up. So, don't mess with Richie, mate.
Yeah. No.
Those old Tempe boys, they were rough and tumble, to say the least. So let's go in. There's Matty French there, and that's Ethan.
So they're going to give him another number tomorrow, are they? And not bring out the old number 21 that he's been wearing the last
I'm not sure.
Few months. I don't think we could let him go out there without the number 21. Actually, you know me, I'm terribly superstitious, brother. I like to keep things, in their winning area.
Yep.
And
Miley, you were talking to me about the chat I had with Coach Joe the other day. It was quite an interesting interview I got with the coach, wasn't it?
Great interview with the coach. Great insights that the coach gave in that interview.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen that, go on to Bunnies TV. It's also on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, Bunnies TV AU, give us a follow there. And I put a lot of the stuff I put on YouTube on there as well. Not everything. YouTube's the premier place to follow me there. So go to YouTube and subscribe. You're watching this on YouTube now or via a link.
And you've got Facebook, years of old footage with other Rabbitohs and other full games.
Well, it's funny because I put up the photo of the video of Jason Doherty kicking the goal barefooted, right? And I'll bring him up on camera, and I realised that his dad is the great John Doherty, former legendary player, and I actually played against him once. Where is he? There he is.
Passing the ball now. There he goes.
He's behind one of the players.
Lovely pass.
There he is. Right, now I put a video up that Richard Nassif actually gave me of him kicking a goal barefooted. And I had a look, and I played against his dad once in 1989 at the SFS. So I can say that I played against the great John Doherty, also known as Joe Cool. So when I put up the video of Jason kicking the goal, there he is there, called it Jason Cool. And he is a cool dude. And he was the ball boy that day. I just spoke to him about it. He said I would have been ball boy, so I'm going to have to go back and have a look at that footage. But if you type in Rabbitohs v Bears 1989, that footage will come up. It's just a file tape that I dug up, and I added some commentary. So anyway, back to the boys here. So players to watch. We were just talking about him before, but you know, one of them.
I think Richie's trying to get your attention there, mate. See? Yeah.
What's he trying to say?
I'll go down and find out.
Yeah, no worries. You're on.
Hello,
You're mic'd
Richie.
up. Remember.
All right, mate.
Okay, so we're still with the coverage here.
Oh, okay.
You know, they've got to start well. We spoke to Joe about it. We can't allow this star-studded bear side to get any decent field position. We've got to win the battle for field position. So it comes down to completing
have you got a
sets
key
and,
for the gate here?
kicking into the corners. Not giving
that's
their
Jacob
star
Gaguai's
players, not
family.
giving their big forwards room to
Oh
move
yeah,
to
okay.
get them on.
Oh, you'll have to go around the front,
foot.
unfortunately.
You know, that's going to come down to our big players like Shaq and Jackson Rahman.
It's a bit of a steep drop to go over here. Yeah.
Yeah, so Shaq's moving well. It's been a great story, Shaq Mitchell. I mean, from where he started to where he is now, I mean, gee, it's been an amazing story. He's had his battles with a few different things, but look at him now. He's happy. It's a dream come true for him to be playing for this club. He grew up following the Rabbitohs, and he told me in his interview the other day that up at Taree, it's like Redfern away from Redfern. Everyone up at Taree is a Rabbitohs supporter. And, you know, his dad, Matty, had young Trell and Shaq in the red and green from the time they could walk. And so, yeah, he's made his debut for the Rabbitohs. He scored a try against the Knights, and I talked to him about that, and the smile on his face, it was great. And I went back and had a look just to refresh my memory. And
barging over the line there, beautiful, straight onto the chest pass from the skipper.
From the skipper, yeah. So he said, yeah, him and Camo had been working on that, and it worked to perfection. And you know, he scored a try in the NRL, and it is a proud moment. I know don't ask me about mine. How long have we got to talk about it? But mine was against the Panthers in 1987, long before any of these boys were born. But yeah, and I did ask Shaq about Buddy, and he said Buddy's helped him. You know, Buddy Gordon made his debut in the NRL in 2005. And I had a look, Shaq was only 9 years old then. So he has given Shaq plenty of advice about how to, you know, to handle the rigours of first grade and to be a professional footballer. And, you know, Joe said that Buddy is, you know, he might be the oldest bloke here, but he's always putting in the gym.
Romano Cook kicking off.
I think we're done now. Yeah, we're done. Okay, so that's it. There we are, we've got our two co-callers there. There's the great Sut. Hello, mate. How are you?
Hey, Sut, all right, mate?
Johnny Sutton there's in the house, our greatest Rabbitohs.
Premiership captain.
Premiership captain, so
That's
yeah,
right.
you see it all here on Bunnies TV, live and free. But yeah, I'll just have a look at the stream while I'll have a look at the chat while I can. I want to thank everyone for live chatting. And yeah, David Morton said, anyone to beat the Panthers, please. Yes, we agree with that.
And Karina agrees too. She'd like the Panthers to get beaten as well.
Yes, she said, anyone, I hope the Panthers will be defeated. Unfortunately, I don't think I can see that happening. Tonight's game's going to be a cracker with Renaults, Broncos, Reece Walsh at the back. Former Warrior against his old team, but look, the Warriors are playing well with the likes
that's
of.
That's a superstar little team they've got there at the Broncos.
Yeah,
they're strong all across the park there.
Yeah, oh, it is. And but
Big
you know what?
Though, I think for the Warriors coming last week had the home ground advantage. Now they're going into the den.
Yeah, true.
So
but you know, like the Warriors,
tough.
I mean,
It'll be very tough.
But I mean, Nickel Klokstad at the back. You know, DWZ is a cult hero.
He is.
So, I mean, the Warriors, we all know it. If they're on, they're on. And they're a big chance of winning this prelim final tonight against the Bronx. But yeah, the Bronx.
And they've got a former South Sydney grand final player in their team too, Dylan Walker. So
there you go.
Yeah. He knows how to win a big game. So,
and he's filled in. He's one of these amazing
He's an
blokes.
everyman. He's an everyman.
He played in the centres in the 2014 grand final. Thank you very much, Dylan, if you're watching this. Love your work.
Exactly.
Now he's moved into the forwards as a utility, and you can play him anywhere. He played in the halfback for Johnson when he was out.
Yeah.
So that's a story in itself. So
very skillful player.
Yeah.
Very skillful player.
So it's a big game. Unfortunately, we're not going to be there. David Morton said, thanks for the great footage, Mabo. See you tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm going to be there early tomorrow. We're going to try and get there.
Gates open at 10:45 tomorrow.
10:45. We'll all be there. Come say hello. Come
That's
to the
right.
ground.
You'll see us. You won't miss the Bunnies TV gear.
There's dedicated areas, they've said, for North fans and South fans. They'll let you know when you get there. And,
Yeah.
Also, a cashless venue for anyone that...
Cashless venue. So don't think you can come and...
It's you have to buy a ticket online. That's the main one as well.
And the missus said we're still filming the players when the ball work started. We did get a couple of seconds there, so apologies for that. But if you're watching this, Bears, we're giving you nothing, okay? So we might wrap it up there. There's still a few in the public gallery down there.
It's getting a bit bigger.
So let's go Rabbitohs. Let's get this win. Come watch the boys.
Make it number 21, level it up with the first grade number.
There you go. 21's got a nice even number to it.
It is. We need a square up for the premierships in both grades.
Yeah, so thank you to Karina and all the channel members. You can become a channel member. There's a link in the description. And please follow all our sponsors. We've got Darryl Lee. The juniors have got a new venue called Henry's at the juniors. It's a pub in a club. They've got live music, cocktails, they've got pinball machines. So
good, actually, mate. I saw you.
have a look at that.
Very good in there.
Yeah. We're brought to you by NG Farah, Blast Pit, Sight Pizza, and you're watching this on our George's camera, George Street City. Go to georges.com.au. If I've forgotten anyone, sorry, but it's all happening.
And remember, George's will teach you how to use a camera if you go in there and you're not sure about the camera.
Ask for Adam the boss. Tell him Bunnies TV sent you, and he will look after you. Thanks again, and you can look out for the highlights from tomorrow. I'll be there shooting some stuff, some photos, and hopefully capture a few tries from the end goal. And the off season's coming up, but I'll still be creating content for you, the viewer and the listener. See you later.